Afternoon, everyone. Eric here from the Nomadic Fanatic channel. Yeah, taking a break from doing bus work, out riding Silverback, my Harley, all around LA today. And we're going on a little fun tour to find some quirky stuff here on the channel exclusively on the Harley. Weather is perfect out here. You could not ask for a nicer day. 74 degrees, sunshine, blue skies in California. Guys, spoiled rotten, spoiled rotten. Come on with me, let's go have some fun today. Yep, I went ahead and we're gonna stick with Silverback. Silverback is what we're gonna call my street glide here. This is more of my day use area. I have the locking saddlebags for gear. I can easily take the sissy bar off temporarily, leave the luggage rack on there because it kind of protects the back fender, and I think it looks really slick in this configuration, and it still allows me to bring a lot of stuff with me, guys. I mean, a lot of stuff can fit. Plus, I've got my 2 glove boxes up here for extra grab and go storage. Those don't lock, but everything else locks on here. So here, well, we are technically in Long Beach. It doesn't seem like it because we're like, Long Beach is a really big city. We're gonna get to the beach today, but first we're gonna look at what is right here, guys. A world record skinniest, not smallest, because, well, actually on this channel, I've taken you guys to lots of tiny houses. We went to the tiny house community there in Lakeside Show Low in Arizona. This particular house right here, it's not the smallest. It is the world's skinniest home in the entire world. There is another one that looks identical to this, also here in California. In fact, in Alameda, there's a 10-foot house. So in the 1930s, this house was built on a bet that you couldn't build a house that's functional to live in that's only 10 feet wide, guys. My bus is almost wider than this home. Now, you can see it does go back pretty far. They built it without a driveway. They coordinated with the neighbors to allow them to park their car in their neighbor's driveway, I guess, was part of the deal. And that's how the house got built. And now they have some street parking here for it. But quite a neat little Marvel invention here, right next to Riviera's Cochina here, a very brightly colored Mexican restaurant here. I love it. I love the windows up there. The skinniest house in the entire world. Cool. I need to get some gas in the bike, some premiums, and some gas in my belly, because we're gonna be out riding today, and we're definitely gonna be going to the beach. Definitely going to the beach. Grab some premiums for Silverback here. $6.35 for regular, $6.73 a gallon for premiums. And Silverback needs the premiums. But when you get 50 miles per gallon on a hog, I don't think I really get 50 miles a gallon. I think I get closer to like 35, 40 miles per gallon the way I ride it. I like to accelerate quickly, safely, legally, but effectively quickly. Let me move out of the gas area. I'll go park in the shade here, show you this place. If you guys know me, been following me for any length of time, you know McDonald's is my favorite fast food. I came to California and Diana was all excited. She's like, "Hey, I gotta take you to In-N-Out. It's the best burgers in the it's the best burger joint in all the world." And we get there and I'm like, "Yeah, I don't want onions and I don't want all that stuff. I just want a plain burger." And then the fries came out at In-N-Out. They're like seasonless. They have no taste, no salt. They're like tofu sticks, where McDonald's is like, He's going places. They are the best fries in all of fast food. And I don't care what the burger tastes like. If you don't got good fries, you're not a good restaurant. Here in California, I have come across the absolute strangest McDonald's that I've seen in quite some time. McDonald's, Chevron, see that? Right across the street from McDonald's, on the other side of the drive-thru, is an oil rig. It's actually not working right now. Sometimes they shut these down and kind of let them rest. But I feel like we're in Texas almost. It's a giant oil rig right next to where you park to reserve your McDonald's food, right across from the drive-thru. Isn't that cool? In California. That's pretty darn unique, right? All right. Let's head to the beach next. Hang on, before we get to the beach, you guys know last year they stopped making the penny. Pennies are not collectible by any means. There's still lots and lots of pennies left over. They're just no longer going to be recirculating them in the world's largest literal penny here in Seal Beach, just a couple blocks from the beach here in Seal Beach. That's beautiful, guys. It's got a wonderful looking copper appearance with Mr. Abe Lincoln on there. It says circa 2022. We last made pennies in 2025. We did not make any this year in 2026. So they're phasing out the pennies. In fact, you guys are probably seeing when you go shopping sometimes that they will round your change to the nearest nickel now. Well, they even got the back. That's great. There is no more 1 cent. No, if your change due back is 3 cents, they will give you a nickel. If your change back is 2 pennies, you won't get any pennies. They will round it down to the nearest nickel and you'll be out 2 pennies. So I don't know if there's a way to work that, like just keep making sure that everything is like closer to 3 or 4. That way you get an extra couple pennies back in the nickel. I don't know. But there you go. Penny, the largest penny, no longer made in the United States Mint. Yeah. So as you know, my gripes about California being notoriously anti-RV, there have been several lawsuits against the state and the governors for their direct targeting of RVs, a recreational vehicle. They can no longer put signs up that say no RVs. However, they have still found a way around it. I can park the bike here for free for 2 hours and the beach is right there. But I want to show you this sign right here. This is how California still gets away with discriminating against RVs. So read along with me. No parking in this block of unattached trailers. Keep reading. Vehicles over 85 inches high or 80 inches wide or 20 feet long. So what it essentially is still a ban on RVs. They have found loopholes in every coastal city of California to make it so that we cannot even stop in our RV for 10 minutes to take a picture of the beach, because they can still pass laws like that which directly go against the court order. You can't criminalize RVs for simply being on the road, and you can't restrict them from parking when other cars and motorcycles can, but they can still do that and say that if you're over a certain height, length, or width, then we don't allow you to park in California. You got to just drive on through. You can't even stop in your RV. And that's why people are like, why are you so anti-California? There's so many beautiful places to go in California. Well, yeah, there are. You just can't stop in your RV. There are so many places that you cannot physically, you know what? Never mind. I'm sorry. I feel better. Look at this. Look at this, guys. Look at the beach. Look at this sandy beach. Blue water out there, blue skies. You know, I am a water guy. It surprises me that I even attempted to settle down and homestead in the beautiful White Mountains of Arizona, but the White Mountains not near a body of water. And I grew up on the Pacific Ocean. I always miss the water when I leave the water, even the lakes. Diana and I went to a beautiful lake, one of our favorite campgrounds up in Michigan last summer, the Upper Michigan Peninsula, and the water made all the difference. It always does. Look, they got a paved bike trail and a walking trail separately. So like he's on a scooter, she's on a bicycle, and then on this side right here, you've got the walking area. So that way you don't have to move over when people are going really fast on their bike. That's kind of nice. It's a beautiful day to be at the beach, and that smell of the ocean spray salt, oh, it's so nice, guys. So it's challenging bringing an RV to California, I'll say that. Now what they want you to do is pay $300 a night and put your RV at a park and stay all the way over there and just stay out of the city. They really don't want RVs down here. It's not that they don't want tourists, they just really don't want to have any recreational vehicles. They don't want to see them, they don't want to deal with them, they don't even want you to enjoy this stuff unless you are in a fuel-efficient car. What is this? Wait, that's the McDonald's toy for the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Sorry, squirrel. But yeah, I have definitely found it difficult to bring an RV to California, and that's okay. We're not gonna be here much longer. Diane and I have a wonderful spot to enjoy. We're getting ready to move Yang into the back room of the bus and get her all comfortable. And then we need to get the kinks out, so I don't know where we're gonna take the bus yet. I did find that one spot on the other side of Seal Beach over there where you could pay a fee. As long as you get there early, they don't care how many parking spots you take over. It's funny too, because a lot of people criticize me and say, why would you waste all those spots? And I'm like, well, it's first come, first serve, and the state of California, they don't care that I take up that many spots. I still paid my fee. You get there early enough and you fit, they welcome you. So we may try that just to get the bugs out and see how everything works on the road before we physically hit the road. I have a big announcement at the end of this video, guys. Stick around till the end of the video. I've got a big, fun announcement about our summer plans. Let's keep traveling. Diana, she still really wants to get some sort of a SUV type thing. Something that we could not that I don't want to travel with my motorcycle and my trailer, because that trailer, once you guys see, we're going to pack so much stuff in there that we're also going to use on the road. We won't be able to do that if we tow a car. But towing a car is probably more convenient for two people traveling. Plus, then it could be a multi-purpose tool. We get land or property or something somewhere else, we can use that tool to go get groceries. So yeah, just something, and also, we could build it out as a day camp or a weekend 3-night thing without the cats or something. What do you got here? An old Pacific electric red car, train passenger car here. Look at that shot of this red car on the frickin' beach here in Seal Beach, guys. They had the power lines on the beach to power it, similar to something that you might see in San Francisco on the streets, but here at Seal Beach, it was literally in the sand. The tracks were in the sand. That is so cool. It was the world's largest electric interurban railway system with over 1,000 miles of track linking cities across Southern California. The 1734 rolled out in 1904 here in Seal Beach. And of course, they were able to rescue, restore, and renew this one here and kind of put it here in a park. How cool is this? You can see up top the old electric cable that would power it going down the beach. And they have a nice bench here that was donated by the members of the Seal Beach Historical Society. This is officially called the Red Car Museum, but I believe it's all outdoors. You can understand why in a place like this they probably can't just leave it open. People would spray paint the inside and probably move in too. I do like the old railroad crossing wood replica sign here for Pacific Electric. That is cool. I was wondering if this building next door had something to do with it back in the day, maybe it was a gift shop or guest information or something. It is padlocked now, but it's a house. What does this say? No. Please help give Seal Beach past a brighter future. We welcome donations towards the preservation, restoration, and reopening of these historical properties. Well, I don't think it cost a whole lot of money to put a key in here and have somebody volunteer in there, but I get it. It's California. They got to find a way to get more money, right? I'll bet it actually costs a lot to keep this restored. You can actually tell, I wasn't gonna point this out, but it has been repainted so many times that the red now comes over the black because, you know, people just think that it's neat to put their art on historical things, and then the city has to come by and repaint over it. So at least they only have two colors, right? Red and black. They got to worry about keeping it clean. But let's go. Actually, you can go up these steps and at least peek in, right? Yeah, it's definitely padlocked here. Let's see here. Can we see in? Oh yeah, it's got a nice wood floor. Look, there's a donation box right there and a sign in. Huh. I wonder. So obviously budget cuts because they're asking for money. That's why they can't let me go inside. Oh, that's too bad. That would have been neat to go in there. Okay, well, the Red Car Museum, there it is. One last stop here, guys. Got free parking again. We're gonna go walk to the beach. Little public beach access right there to the beach. But there's a very eye-catching spot. Right where there's a sign that says public beach, you turn at the giant wooden water tower converted home. That's a private house, guys. It's actually a water tower. It was built out of lumber from the 20th century as a water tower, then purchased by someone who lives up there. There's an elevator in the middle of the shaft that takes them up to their beautiful home on top of a converted water tower. I guess this video is all about weird homes here on the beach. And then they sit there with a beautiful view of the Pacific Ocean right there, which we're gonna go check out in a minute. I was noticing, look at that wraparound porch, and there's some chairs. I see a security camera in there, and then, I don't know if you can see into the window there, but there's a lamp. Right there, there's a lamp and a chair. It almost looks like it could do for a paint job, maybe, just a little touch up. But I like it. I think that is super unique and cool. Maybe I'm inspiring people to be weird, as they say in Portland. Be weird. Don't do the cookie cutter stuff, which I'm also like, why do that? Why do that? Be original. Do something really unique, you know? Sunset Beach, guys. The sand is very caramel colored, like Carmel Beach in California on the coast. Definitely not white sand, brown sand. And the beach is, or maybe the tide's out. I mean, it is way out there. You can see a couple cargo ships off in the distance also. Not moving. I'm not gonna walk all the way to the beach. I just wanted to smell the fresh saltwater breeze coming in on it. I gotta get back. Just wanted to get out here and reset. You know, the motorcycle is a wonderful tool. For someone like me that's a nomad, it's been difficult for me to sit here 2.5 months in LA, but Diana has needed lots of help. She's got a full plate, and I'm just doing as much as I can to help her and make her feel comfortable. That's why I'm remodeling the rear end of the bus to accommodate her with her private area with Yang, that Yang doesn't have to interact with the other 4 cats and stuff. More on that later. We're gonna test a few things out and got some projects coming, but yeah, we have officially decided, Diana and I together, that there have been so many crazy challenges thrown at us this year so far, and we're only 4 months into the year. It's like, we have decided that nothing is gonna stop us from doing our dream of doing Route 66, although backwards, as they might say. 100 years ago, Route 66 was established, 1926. And here in 2026, many of the 8 states that encompass parts of Route 66 are embracing the 100-year, the centennial of Route 66. I can't picture a better time to just do it. In the fully converted bus, guys, towing my motorcycle trailer with our toys, kayaks, inflatables, generators, all that stuff. We will be 56 foot from bumper to bumper on Route 66 here in 2026. And we are gonna leave as soon as the bus is done. And as soon as the house is closed. Once the house is closed and there's no turning back, Diana doesn't need to be there. She can notarize some signatures and be on the road. So I'm helping get her bus situated because we're going to store her bus. We're probably going to sell the pickup truck for now, probably get something different later on down the road. But we are, no matter what, I don't care what the prices are for diesel, cost of living and everything. Her and I need this. This is we finished the bus, let's travel the country. And that's what we're gonna do. There are not a lot of people traveling right now due to the high cost of living and the price of gas. A lot of people are changing their 2026 plans. But this is America's 250th birthday on July 4th also. This is a big year in 2026, and it's just with all the craziness going on overseas that this country is involved in, it's tough right now. It's tough. And I want to just separate us from the news. Yes, we're going to have our own problems and difficulties and struggles, but I want to separate the stuff that doesn't affect us and just focus on traveling and being happy and going back to my roots. Diana is also a traveler by roots. You know, she left California for the road. I left Washington State for the road and never looked back 16 years ago. And here I am ready. Well, we're not ready. The bus is not ready. We've done so much to the bus. It's going to be ready. We're going to be ready, guys. We're doing Route 66. We're doing it backwards, as they say. We are not pioneers from the Midwest venturing to California, the dream area where everybody wants to live. No, we're escaping California's $10 a gallon diesel gas and anti-RV laws for tourists, and we are going to find the open road. Not so much about the destination, Chicago, Illinois, but there's lots of open areas along the way and in Illinois, and there's so much new stuff on Route 66. I last did my Route 66 trip in 8 or 9 years ago on this channel. There is so much that I missed, so many original alignments that I missed. I can't wait, guys. Please subscribe to the channel, stick around for updates. We'll finish up this bus, and then we're taking off, and you guys are coming with us. Sit there on the couch, drink some Keystone Light, eat some buttery popcorn, and come on with us. I can't wait, guys. Anyways, I gotta get back. Thanks for joining me on this motorcycle vlog day. We will see you on the next video. Bye, guys.